I don't know what you expected when you wrote the book, but I know what happened from my perspective looking. You started to become seen as an expert in leading as a young leader. I remember going to conferences and you were presenting on that. And then I know you did conferences on it. Kind of talk to us about your journey. The book
Mhm.
started it, right? And then it expanded into a conference, I think a tour, and then another book. Kind of just talk to us about how you grew through the journey.
Oh man, so many stories, man. No, how much time do we got? So we launched leading. We launched leading while green, and I got to add this extra context here. Man, this is a story I don't tell often.
Oh, let's go.
So we launched leading while green. My book is launched on a budget of $200. So this is before self-publishing and all that stuff was super popular, and all of y'all out there was monetizing your editing skills and your design skills. This is we're talking like 2000 2014
Mm-hmm.
to 2015. So I launched the book on a $200 budget. I had a $20 cover. The cover of Leading All Green was $20 on Fiverr. I paid someone maybe about $100 to do a quick fast pass read through. That's why the first draft of the book is just riddled with errors. I had somebody did a quick read for $100, and the rest, I think maybe 60, $70, $80, a layout person. And that was Leading All Green.
Wow.
I did not have money to I didn't have money to purchase copies of the books to sell it. So I pre-sold it.
I love this.
And the pre-selling of the book helped me cover the final production costs and those first, few copies of the book. A book is a $3 business card. It takes roughly $3 to print a book. But that's how the book was published. $200 in pre-sales got me about 100 copies that I started to sell. So I was selling them, just making posts on social media, and that was going for maybe about 5 or 6 months or so. And there was some buzz that was just happening locally in my town, because this was also important too. I wasn't just pastoring my church in these three different towns. In the town which I lived, I had developed really good relationship with the church leaders, with the community leaders. Really good relationships. Go out to lunch, go out to dinner, ask them about their family, invite them to church, go visit them in their churches. It wasn't just one sided. So when I launched something, all of this goodwill and camaraderie and support had been built up, so that the people and community leaders were like, "You're doing something? We're here for it." This hasn't been a one-way, one-sided thing. I launched a conference, Leading Wild Green Conference. 30 people showed up in Bowling Green at Western Kentucky University. I charged $25 to be there. And I was like, this is amazing. Now, a few months before, when I was wrestling with actually finishing the book, I had stopped. I was like, I don't want to do this. This is too hard. I'm not an editor. I can't find anybody to edit the book. This is taking too long. And life got really rough for us, man. It was really rough. It was really rough. And in that rough period, I felt like God was telling me at the time, I'm just waiting on you. Yeah, I know you're doing a lot. I know you got multiple churches, tons of responsibility, small kids, wife, all of that, but I'm just waiting on you. And when I made the commitment to, no matter how difficult it was going to be, to finish the project, because I felt like God gave it to me, things started to change. So fast forward, do the first conference. People are paying, like signups. Companies, nonprofits are sending 5 people, 6 people, 3, 4 people. I'm like, what is going on here? Finished the first conference, half day. A couple of other people in the city I invited to give presentations. Shaking hands, and we're leaving. Good day, feeling really good. And this guy, he kind of hangs around at the end till everyone leaves, and he walks up to me. and he's crying. And he says to me, we need more people like you out here where we are and not just in the church. I know you're a preacher. I read your bio. I Googled you a little bit. I got it. I'm a believer too. So I know some of the stories you were telling. I know where you got them from. Wink, wink. And he said, yeah, he said, man, there are people out here who need messages like these, who they might not ever come to church, but they need to hear it. And they need people like you to share it with them. And that just kind of rocked me. And 2016, I'll never forget that conversation.
Bro. And I got chills again, man, just listening to you tell that story. Because here it is, this man's in the marketplace, whatever role he has, whatever organization, recognizing that what you have, that message, that passion, those skills, that's ministry, does not need to be confined to a church and to a weekend experience for a few people. But everyone needs it. And I think for just someone watching this, I want you to hear that what you have that you may think, I need to keep it confined here. Someone's out there in the world just saying, man, someone come over here and share what you have with us because we need it.
Yeah. The thing I tell people all the time, whatever you have, and you've had some amazing guests on the podcast, and however you're shaping what's in your hand is the common way we approach it. It's not for everyone, but it's for at least one. And that is enough.
Yeah.
It's not for everyone. It's not for every person, but it's for at least one person. And that's more than enough.